crime free. This Jamaican and we're Jamaican for economy. No more prison lost. Revolution set. We want to grow and feed. This is good for our economy.
Welcome to another AgroBuzz, our weekly agricultural program right here on Durain's Coffee Break. Today we turn our focus on a very, very important initiative being spearheaded by the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries and lead agencies such as the Jamaica 4-H Club and RADA. We're talking about the National School Garden and Breakfast Program. Now this is a program being championed by no other than the Honorable William J.C. Hutchinson, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and the Fisheries. Now, Minister Hutchinson launched the program on Friday, March 31, and he's here today as our very special guest this morning on AgroBuzz to tell us more about this program, the National School Garden and Breakfast Program. Good morning, Minister Hutchinson. Welcome to AgroBuzz.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning to your listeners.
Right. This sounds very exciting, very interesting. I would imagine you're getting the youngsters involved in planting the garden and the breakfast program, helping to have all the things that you need for that. Is that so?
Well, you see, the youngsters are our future, and we have to see what we can do to help them not only nutritionally, but also getting them involved in agriculture itself, because agriculture is the key for the growth of our economy.
I get so excited when I talk to the young farmers out there, very, very young people. You wonder, how come they got in it? They're enjoying it, they're making money, and when they talk, I guess they encourage other people to get involved as well. Now, you launched this program at the end of March. What will it include?
Well, first of all, the program started because we have been finding that roughly 30% of our children going to primary school go without having a breakfast. And this was one of the reasons why I actually got into politics, but that's a different story.
Okay.
But anyhow, what we find is that when these children go to school without a breakfast, we find by this time in the morning, 10 o'clock, we find that the brain is not functioning the way it should.
Right, could have broken the fast.
Yes, so we find that there's a problem. And in my constituency, we find that it is even more where we find, I would say, 40% of the children either go to school without a breakfast or do not go to school because they don't have a breakfast. And so I decided that I was going to start a breakfast program in my constituency. I started it roughly 4 years ago, whereby we got local food, yam, sweet potato, cabbage, carrots, these sort of things. Distributed it among, it was roughly 14 primary and basic schools. And the result was getting the feedback from the teachers was that we found that there was a great increase in the attendance at school.
Good.
And not only that, the grades of just about every child jumped greatly.
Excellent.
And as a result, you're finding that schools were doing much better when they had a breakfast program.
Yes.
So with that, I decided that I was going to see we could get it on a national basis. I then did the blueprint for the former Minister of Education, Ronnie Twiggs, and he was enamored about it, and he felt that he should do something about it. I asked him if he could get some funding to put into these schools to start the breakfast program. He did that, but what has been happening is that the funding is not enough to really go through all the children and enough for doing the 5 days a week.
Okay.
So what we want is every school to be having their children going 5 days a week. So what I decided that what we wanted to do is to have it structured in such a way that it could be maintained, a sustainable program where it can be done right throughout the term and having it going. So what I have done is set up a committee, and at every school the committee is one where you have the 4-H person, somebody from RADA, the school principal, the Old Student Association, Parent Teachers Association, SPC, business persons. You have the agricultural organization. We have one in PMO, Production and Marketing Organization. Somebody from the Ministry of Health is involved. The chairman of the RADA Parish Advisory Board. And we are also asking the MPs and councillors to be co-opted on this committee.
Wow.
What we are asking is that the MPs provide some funding for the input into this program. What I have done is that I have looked at my agricultural organization in each district, and I've identified genuine farmers, and I've given them fertilizer, seeds, chemicals, and they're getting this free. So I've asked them, whenever they reap, they give some of the produce at a special price to the school or to give it free of cost. And I've found that many of them have been donating these goods to the school for the breakfast program.
Everybody realizes how important this is, eh?
That is right. You see, many of them have their children going to school. And so they realize that they also will have their child benefiting when they provide giving this to the school.
Absolutely.
In my constituency, I have also given each school an industrial blender.
Okay.
Now, this one is to where they, well, what we used to do is collect all the fruits and vegetables during the summer months when they are in season.
Yes.
And we juice them. We had one central place where we got it juiced, and we then got it going out to the various schools as puree.
Wow.
Now, what we found is that outside of that now, we used to have an excess amount. So we used to store that and then release it during these months when there's no fruit going on. And we have that as puree. The schools would then get it and make it in the juice or the breakfast program where we eliminated the bad juice. and so with that, we had that going into the schools as pure juice, and then we had that going right throughout the year.
I can see why you launched this program, because you're very passionate about it. I hear it, and we congratulate you on this. And I like the part about in this when the school is not out, they have all the fruit and you store it and you pure it. I like that. I really.
Yeah, because you see, every year we have so many fruits wasted in Jamaica, and these are fruits
with
which are good quality. Good quality, and so forth. And we find that if they are just wasted, just don't understand what we do is just ask the parents, just collect the food, bring them to the schools. We have the industrial blender where the teachers here will do their own blending and have the juice there to help the children for the breakfast program.
Wonderful.
And so we are doing that. And then with the school garden now, we have the RADA people, we have the 4-H. The 4-H are the ones who are going to be driving it. But as far as setting up the committee, the RADA extension officers are the ones responsible for getting that committee on board, getting it going, and then 4-H takes it over. It is one where the inputs are provided, and we are asking the MPs to come on board. Councillors come on board, provide some of these inputs. These would be like home machine, water tank, garden hose, tea trays, knapsack, spray pan, and so forth, where we are going to teach the children at an early age that agriculture is a viable industry and one that they can make profit out of.
That's right.
It's also going to be one where the school garden is one where it is going to be a demonstration plot for the extension officers for the farmers within the community. In other words, they will be able to show them the modern techniques, what and what are available, and the new inputs that are coming out, and be able to show the farmers on that school garden as a demonstration plot, not only to the farmers, but also to the children.
Right.
So it is one where everything will be incorporated,
yes.
and we are having a thing where everybody will be on board. The farmers will now come on board and be able to assist in the operation of the school garden.
That's all the time we have this morning. Well, thank you so much, Honorable William J.C. Hutchinson, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, talking about his very passionate launching of the National School Garden and Breakfast Program. And I certainly will be listening out to hear how it's going and getting better and better in the future, especially helping out the youngsters, getting their brain going, getting the school, getting great achievements. Thank you so much, Minister.
Okay, ma'am, you're most welcome.
All right. And, of course, you know that you, too, can make a difference by supporting our farmers, by eating what they grow as they grow what we eat. Keep listening to AgroBuzz for more information on the work of the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries. And please visit their websites at moa.gov.jm and miic.gov.jm. You may also follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook. And see you again next week for another AgroBuzz.
It's good for our economy. And the value can't go to free. No,